Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Noel's Tarot. Hope you guys are feeling pretty good, doing pretty good, feeling safe and happy and healthy. Sorry if I'm speaking low. It is pretty late, so I'll try to keep it to a minimum. Not sure if I'm even that loud in the first place, but the mind. Either ways, welcome to the late night. I call these like the late night general reads because it's pretty late at night. A little self-explanatory, but at the same time, different. It feels different usually because the mind is less awake, but the heart is still moving. You know what I mean? Either ways, we'll try to keep it short and sweet and simple. Probably not, you know me, if you've been here, but if not, short and simple is not my best trait. So either ways, I'll do my best. Um, yeah. Welcome in. Like, share, subscribe, comment, notifications, if you will. My upload schedule is weird, but it's getting more. I'm falling more into a balance. Thank you for being here, though. We're going to be looking at the full general energy. It's going to be you in the past, you in the present. Sorry about the paint on my hands, but look at the blue energy. I'm digging it. Past, present, some advice for you, and then you in the future. So I'll see how all that goes. I really enjoy these late night readings. It's very comfortable sometimes because it's just you and then moon and the cards. So hopefully I get to upload this sometime around nighttime tomorrow. So you guys get this around the nighttime. Either ways, we're gonna be looking at that. I wish you guys could choose right now. Maybe we'll do a live. If you want to do a live, let me know. Cause I mean, you gotta kind of schedule those things sometimes. But I guess we'll look with Six of Wands. We can look with the Hermetic Tarot. You know me. If you've been here, you know the Hermetic Tarot's my dog. Hope you guys dig it as well. And then we'll clarify with the little light seers. I haven't used this yet, but it feels like we need some simple information, not some oracle cards. Because in the nighttime, ooh, the Emperor. Nice. Sit in your throne, babe. Either way, thank you for being here. Let's get started. And move this shit out the way. Alright. We usually do these in my car too, so it's pretty cool to be able to do it in a space now. That's pretty. Why is that a kinky kind of a message? I told you these nighttime readings get interesting. So maybe moving from a courtship relationship to something that's more like solidified, something that's more like you can be in a house. You know what I mean? When you take it from doing it in a car to going in a house. How do you put these readings 18 plus? I do love the nighttime. Oh, what just came out? The Queen of Pentacles. I was just gonna mention that. I gotta focus on that. I was just gonna mention that. Queen of Pentacles. Something about Capricorn. My moon's in Capricorn. Not putting that down because that's not. Let me just flow because that's what the moon asks you to do. So let's see. What do you have in the past? The Hierophant, more of that earth energy. Pretty cool. Spiritual lesson, some change, expansion, maybe a commitment with the Hierophant. Right, like being more solidified, being more committed to something, even if it's not a relationship. But I don't know, the planet Venus, while I'm recording this, it just entered Pisces. So something about like romanticism. I feel very special about that too, because my Venus is personally in Pisces. So this better be a cool transit. I think it's gonna be. Let's see, 5. The Hierophant, though, your beliefs. Look at this elephant. I think it's something deeply emotional. So something you're deeply connected to, committing to it. Okay, so where are you in the present? The present is a present. It's a gift. Oh, 6 of Pentacles. So going from a 5 to a 6, I dig it. That's nice. Material success. Material girl. The bottom Ace of Cups, right? So something's being added on, because that would be the one that makes it a 6. Makes that 5 a 6. So maybe finding the one. Uh-oh. I don't do many love. I don't get much love readings from this, because if you know me, I'm always talking about how we can better ourselves. Better ourselves, Little Shop, if you've ever seen it. Best musical. Better ourselves. When you from Skid Row, Taurus consistency. Look at the Taurus energy in the Six of Pentacles, and I believe the Hierophant is ruled by Taurus. So something about it's very consistent, very hardworking energy for sure. But this is young because Taurus is the youngest of the Earth signs from that connection. And this emotional memories with the elephants, they remember things from a very young age. Their memory is very strong because it's connected to their emotions. So something about this being connected to your emotions, something about there being balance, something about something having to change, right? Something about you being connected to your beliefs, and now you've created balance and harmony. The thing is, this still feels very young, so it's like a fresh journey. I just saw the Fool, so like a new journey, but with something in your back pocket though. Like I don't know. We'll clarify as we keep going, but the Six of Pentacles is balanced now. That's good. The Moon. I don't know why the Moon is in the Six of Pentacles, but it's nice because this is Six of Pentacles is Earth, with Pentacles, and the Moon right here though is water, ruling the emotions and such, the imagination. So maybe something, I don't know, a creative imagination, a creative solution. Giving water to Earth is like giving it's like a life force. Causes growth. I don't know, you definitely grown for sure. And the way you're able to stand for yourself. Stand up for, I don't know, I keep seeing Taurus, but I don't know why. We'll clarify, I guess. Taurus. That's second house. So more of that relationship feel. But that sensuality, that's also... it does feel sensual. I don't know. We'll clarify. I don't want to hold on to that too long, but... the advice. Maybe the advice might be somewhat of a help. Four of Pentacles. More of that Earth. This is nothing but Earth. There's a lot of Earth energy right now. I dig it. Because this is late at night, so this is probably keeping this reading very grounded. So something about maybe a lot of emotions and trying to keep something grounded. The 6 and the 4 of Pentacles makes 10. So a vision, a long-term goal. Maybe you're and that long-term emotional. Remember for the elephant. Something. This is a long-term concept. And now we have Capricorn. Capricorns represent. I don't have much Taurus in my big three, so I don't really like rep it. But Taurus is cool. My brother's a Taurus. I dig it. Your advice with the 4 Pentacles. Earthly power. I see. So Earth is very compact, very rough and such. So it feels pretty masculine at times, but especially with the toughness and the stubbornness, and Earth signs can be very, it seemed like very, I wouldn't say manly, but like the Earth sign can be very robust, very, earthy, in the dirt. I don't know. For some reason, it usually can feel masculine from my perspective, and I don't know if it's from your perspective as well, but it actually turns out to be a feminine sign, which I'm pretty sure, everyone really knows. But Earth is a receptive sign. It's like you put seed into the earth, you put water into the earth, it takes in. So Earth is actually a very feminine energy, which is nice here because earthly power makes me think of like receptive power, and the word power is definitely can feel outwards, but I think this is drawing you into the attention of like your receptive power, to your power to grow things within yourself. So it's not about doing something right now. It feels more about like, because 4 can be about control too. 4 can be about like holding on, trying to be in charge, trying to have that stability, be in control. But usually, somewhat to be in control, you have to allow yourself to receive. It's the sun in Capricorn, which feels like, because Cap is the last earth sign, so it feels like working smarter, not harder, not trying to push and force and control something, but making what you can out of what you get and building from that, man, yeah. I guess the advice is usually harder, but the advice with Capricorn here and all this goddamn Earth, but it feels very Queen of Pentacles, like we just got at the beginning. So still all this Earth, but I guess partly ground yourself, I guess. With Capricorn specifically, the sea goat, the water goat, the mountain climbing goat. So maybe it's not about climbing up the mountain, it's about flowing, you utilizing a different aspect of yourself, because that sea goat can do both, but it's about like the mind. So which one, what is the situation calling for? Do you need to climb up a mountain, or have you already done that? Do you need to flow, or have you already done that? It's up to you to decide based on your experience. But I'm feeling like it's calling for you to flow because of that earthly power, that receptiveness. Maybe it's a relaxing time. Maybe it's not a time for you to do the work. Maybe it's a time for someone else to do the work. But I don't know. Je ne sais. Oh, 9 of Cups. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I didn't even see that. This may be flow. This is the first water to show up, I think. So, other than the Ace of Cups, which matches. It's been earth and water. This is about finding direction, but not just finding direction, allowing the universe to move you in a direction while you simultaneously take care of yourself, because you're going in a good direction. I feel like since we got that spicy energy out of the way, we haven't talked about it since. I feel like there's something spicy for you for sure. I said taking it from a car and doing it in a I love the moon energy. Yes, what's your future? What's the future? Let's see. Here. Oh. 10 of Pentacles is beautiful. We got death. Death and rebirth. I mean, not even always just about the rebirth, but like that. This is water, because it's a Scorpio, and interestingly enough, death is water energy. I remember reading that in the other book, which it makes sense. It just doesn't really feel like that sometimes. But it's cool because that's that water that's giving you direction. Something about this transformation is bringing you back to the root of something. It feels like it's healing you. It feels like it's changing you at a deep core level. And yeah, this is that long term. Wowza. I love it. I do absolutely love it, because look at that. Got 6 and 4, and there's a 10 right there. So breaking it apart is what Scorpio would do. Breaking it apart transforms it. So breaking it apart, I see right here, is breaking into the 6 and the 4, the balance and the control. like what you can do and then what you can't do, you know. Being able to flow within that transforms you. It like feels like it turns you into a better version, heals you in a really good way. But there's a transformation coming that if you're all this earth and you got a douse of water, it's like might be uncomfortable at the beginning of the process, but you'll see the fruits of the labor grow out of it. 100% with that. Not only will you see the fruits of labor, but the fruits will give you directions and like keys to, like the Hierophant, it'll give you the keys to how to move forward. And this is a 5, and this is the 10. So it feels nice because it's like, even with the 6 and the 4, that 5 in between, you're at like a bardo in between. That's like, I would say it's like the hallway, but it's like, what do I say hallway? I see a 9 here and another 5. So again, yeah, it's a hallway you walk on your own. But once you get to the other side of it, I don't know, there's that moon energy really, really clouding my vision now. I don't know. The Death card. In your future. Could be something that comes through in Scorpio season, but or something you could see you'd be this by Scorpio season or whichever season, Jesus Christ, whenever you come across Scorpio season, there could be something within that, like a yield, a return, a harvest. But even just more than that, I don't know. They're even in the Death card with the D, that's number 4, which we just got here. So something about you can't control the process, you can't control the transformation, but whatever comes out of it is going to be like your castle, what you're able to build off of. I do like that. We'll continue. I feel like my grandparents. Continue. I feel like my grandma Sandy. Alright. The Hierophant in the past. Oh, what just flew? A bunch of stuff. Let me fix it. Oh, is this upside down? It is. Right. The Hierophant in the past. Not death coming out again, but actually calling it death and rebirth this time. Because I was like, death and rebirth, but nah. I was like, nah, I gotta read the card for what it is. And then Spirit said, no. There's a rebirth as well. It's not just a death process or something coming out of it. So this Hierophant in the past with the 5. And death and rebirth, there's a 4 with the 13, so it's cool. But again, breaking it down. So like in the past, breaking down something you believed, breaking down maybe some memory you had emotionally, the way you felt, like breaking it, transforming it, a transformational change possibly, to your core. Maybe it like hits you deeply. Maybe some like something deeply emotional has changed you to your core. And I feel that for sure. But even in a way where like it changed you so much, it helped you rebuild yourself in a very strong way. Like I feel this so strongly. Like it's like it's almost bittersweet, but like it's more on the sweet side, because like it definitely was painful for you to break yourself down, but it's a beautiful reconstruction that you're working on. Like it's worth it for sure. But it's very different. It's not like a normal transformation. It feels like I feel like it's a lot. And definitely because of the 5 going to the 6, like you probably wanted to make the choice to be someone different. It's not just a transformation out of fate. It's more so your choice. So it's a lot more responsibility, a lot more weight behind that, I feel, but a very, like, a better yield. Like, you get more out of it because you're more aware and you made the choice, Now I see it again. I don't say this often, but something about not seeing the forest for the trees. I don't even know what the hell that ever means. Like, it's so simple, I bet, but I don't care enough to think about it usually. So, something about that though. But the star is there, and I think 13 to the star is 17. That's 4 steps. That's funny. Number 4 again. Something about not having control or stability. Like the same way, like, when a butterfly transforms and it's in the cocoon, it's all mushy and stuff. It can't control the outside. The wind will blow against it. Sometimes kids will come and pick it up and, like, crush it or whatever, and, like, all of a sudden you got, like, a dead butterfly. So we're not at control of the things around us, but at the same time we can control our inside and just have faith in the universe to help us through it, or whatever it is that you believe. It doesn't have to be just the universe. You can, and I don't mean this as a joke, but you can literally believe. It's even hard to make that joke because it's like there's so many things that you can believe in. It's all about where you're called to. And as weird as that sounds, it's like the truest thing, because, like, you know yourself best. We can come together and make communities out of it. I wouldn't want to call it a religion, but we can make communities out of it. But your spirituality, your beliefs, they belong to you. Not only do they belong to you, but you belong to them. So it's important for you to be connected with that. So I just feel like that's because in times where you can't control your outside, you only have this on the inside. So you want that to be as strong as possible, if you can. I don't know. That's why it's so scary and so dangerous for most religion. And I love these late night talks because they usually get like this. Well, that's why religion is kind of scary, because it's like they let you build your emotions and your beliefs and your connectivity. They let you build it off of them and just a big general idea. They don't really emphasize self-faith, and that's really scary sometimes, because moments when you are alone, and that's a part of it. There are parts of it where you're with people and in a community, but there are parts where you're by yourself. So who are you to lean on when you're by yourself, And I know that can be answered in a multitude of ways, but when you really live it out, you really kind of experience that. You know what I mean? It's not just something you can read about and make a decision on. You kind of have to experience that, I guess. And if you have, you know what I mean? So either ways. 6 of Pentacles in your present. That was exhausting. That does feel like a deep transformation. 6 of Pentacles in the present. I gotta say again, thank y'all for being here, because this is a fun time. The Queen of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. Pulling in material success just by being. Queen of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, Taurus. It's an interesting combination. Got the Queen of Wands earlier for a reading, and the cat looked like it didn't have the best intentions at all. So it feels like this is a nicer card. It feels a lot more comfortable, a lot more stable. The fire is a lot more contained within your soul, like you see. I feel in the other card I read it from, I think it was the Awakening Tarot. That one, it was like just drawing in whatever. That's what that card felt to me. It was like you're just pulling in, like, and not in a bad way. You're just so attractive that you're pulling in things that could be good, but also could have bad intention. It's like that good wizard, bad is wizard energy. You know what I mean? It's not good or bad within itself. It's just so powerful that it is. So I don't know. It seems like you really specifically, intently are like all these candles. It's like healing, the cat, the comfort area, the contained fire. Like, that's even music. Is that a flute? That's some sort of an instrument. So it's like you're concentrating it to with good intention. I like that. The 6 of Pentacles, and it's bringing you balance with the Taurus energy there, and the moon, earth and water. earth and water, put that fire together, that sounds like a pot boiling over like a campfire, you know? So it's like, you like the instruments, the ingredients, that's that sort of a feeling. Is like you put everything in sort of the right way. And because of that, you are gaining the success, the abundance from it now. Maybe the happiness, maybe some comfort. What's at the bottom? Four of Swords. Yeah, I told you, there's like that healing energy. But within this, it's like healing your mind. With this, it's like lighting a fire. Now it feels a little passionate. There's that taking it to the from the cars to the house energy again. Spicy. Why am I so focused on her hand? Her hand in the fire. I don't know. It's like I'm looking at it and like I know I feel something from it, but I don't know what. It's really kind of frustrating almost. It almost reminds me of like when wizards are in training too, and they're trying to like learn a spell and they can't get it right, and this is like her getting the spell right for once, and it's like a really nice thing. I don't know how to feel into that, but I hope you know what I mean. Like, imagine Harry Potter, imagine, you know, those montages where they're learning spells and they can't do it, but then like you see them and further and do it later, and they're like doing it on point, learning new things. Something about that is like just deepening, you know. The success you're gaining right now is like deepening your power and your strength, and it's sharpening your skills is what I feel for sure. There's definitely something about cooking too. Getting the ingredients right. Getting not just the ingredients, but like the environment. Because even her environment, like she's in the right spot. Everything's like prepared. It's like preparation too. Because you're prepared, it could be a lucky success. It could be a very lucky success because of how you've prepared yourself. Okay, that's it for that. Your advice with the Four of Pentacles. Again, the Queen of Wands would be receptive, but that's also fire, so she does also act. That's balanced. That's masculine and feminine. That's Queens are water and wands are fire. So wand and fire, more Scorpio energy. So this is like the rebirth. If that was a death, if Scorpio was the water fire, Queen of Wands is like the fire water. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, the death cloak is like this. And if you look deep into the forest, deep inside that cloak, you find her cooking up a storm. A good storm. It feels like like cloudy with a chance of meatballs type of storm. Like literally she's cooking and the storm is gonna rain food. I hate how that kind of works together. Four of Pentacles, justice, balance. Four of Pentacles, I said it's about earthly power, and we're talking about earthly power. Power is maybe outward. It feels not aggressive, but like action. But Earth is inaction, so it's like sort of like getting the right thing because you're doing the right thing. Look at these two pentacles. You're allowing the universe to take their job and you're doing your job. And within that, it's like when you drive a car, like even the Four of Pentacles looks like the wheels of a car. One second. Gross. The Four of Pentacles looks like the wheels of a car, like how they're four wheels. But you think about it in like a big picture term. You don't have the wheels or the gasoline or like the ability to move as fast as a car can, but you do have the ability to get behind the seat and check and put it into drive and drive 40 miles, not 50. Like, you have the mind to sit behind the wheel, but you don't have the wheels. You don't have the gas tank. You're not the car, you know? That's what I'm saying. It's like the universe is the car. They have the ability to move you fast. They have the ability to get you where you need to go, but they need you as the mind to be balanced and sharp and let them do their job so you can do yours, you know? And also do your job so that they don't have to. Well, I mean, I don't think they really can do your job. You know, the car won't drive anywhere unless someone gets behind the wheel. And the car is okay. The car don't need to drive. The car is here to assist us, the same way the universe is. So the universe doesn't need to assist, but it does out of love, you know, and because we ask. So I don't know. I don't know. I like the justice card there because, like, even we're smiling down on them. Even sometimes we're in our faces and it seems dark for us. Like, the universe knows the other side of the sword is good just as long as we hold it in balance with alongside them. This is interesting imagery. I hope that made sense. It's definitely about balance, and with justice too, it's 11. It's 2-1, so it's maybe even if this is a relationship, it's like realizing like it's a two-way street, and each individual is important. You know, everyone has their place, their part, and it's like not being in full control, you know, because being in full control, I don't think it gets as much, doesn't get us anywhere really. What's the J in justice? J is number 1. That's funny. J is number 1 in the alphanumerical thing. So, one is magician energy. You have the tools, right? But you have your tools for your job. They have their tools for their job. You know, I don't think it's like and you think about it, just in the same way that the universe is not capable to get behind the wheel and drive for you, because I mean, where would they drive to? Like, it's not really in their interest to drive. It's really in their interest to see us succeed, and it's in our interest to drive. So, you know, it's like different roles, different responsibilities, different perceptions. So all that to say, I guess it's like maybe the ego can feel hit, like you don't have much of a role in something if you don't have their specific tools. But you have to remember that you have your tools, and they're just as important and just as needed, and like the operation can't be done without you. So it's not about focusing on, you know, what you don't have control over, what you don't have power over, because you're able to go within and use your tools to do what you can, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. Okay, so death in the future, that circling it back, there's so much death and rebirth energy. My gosh, so much death and rebirth energy. You strengthen the 10 of cups. Okay. Alright, so what is the death energy about? The 4 of Wands, there's that 4 again. Oh my gosh. I like it a lot for some reason. This 4 feels like stability. It feels like there might be, and you guys started out with the Hierophant being a 5. So I feel like maybe there's been some change, some shifts, some rocky-ish times of change, times of introspection, alone time, maybe where you could have options to go out. Like, this isn't just forced alone time. It feels more like chosen alone time, because the 6 of Pentacles being in your present means, I don't know, it feels more of sort of a choice, because it feels like it's like a lot more what do I see here? There's a few major, but it's not much major arcana, so I feel like you're doing this on your own, definitely. almost in that feeling when I was talking about fate and destiny. It's like this isn't all just coming along your path. It's like it came along your path as a choice where you could have done this, or you could have just sat still and done whatever. And I don't know, this feels a lot more like this is definitely a celebration, a coming home feeling. Could be a marriage too. Like I said, from the car to the home, this is like a courtship to like a very committed relationship, a celebration of sorts, which is beautiful. But I feel like also, oh, it's funny. Ten of Swords was at the bottom, which is, I like it in this situation because it feels definitely like it's the sword, so it's of the mind, so it's like a reality, a perception. Maybe you ended the type of relationship it was, and that can move on to physical. But this is something with the wand, so it's spiritual. It's deep to your core. The death, there's the fire in that. So the Four of Wands coming after death is nice because that's like the fire part of it. That's the life. The water would be like the death part. The fire is like the life back to it. Bringing life back to a home. Bringing life back to bringing life to a celebration. Bringing life to a relationship with the Wands. I don't normally talk as much about relationships, but it seems like it's here. And look at that. Could have something to do with music because I see the tambourine. I've been looking at that. The tent. The way the tent is pointed up makes me always just think of like the way pyramids and stuff are built, where it's like it's pointed up at the divine. It's like asking for like the most like, cause, and it's a small tent too. And you think about Bible stories where they always built tall towers to try to reach God physically, and it's like it was never about reaching God physically, it was about reaching God spiritually, like no matter where you are on the ground. So I like cats, they're super grounded, and it's like they seem very interesting. Queen of Wands, and like the bitches intuitive, the bitches are passionate, fiery, but they're very still like connected even though they're on the ground. And that's how I view us, like we're on the ground and spirit up above, but we're still connected no matter what. It's not about getting up there, because, I mean, astronauts aren't religious, but they go to space all the time, you know what I'm saying? There's no way to reach God by going up there, it's the call is coming from inside the house type of a feel, inside the tent. The call's coming from inside the tent. But, like, it's a short tent, so it's very nice because it's symbolic of how it's like, it's not about how big your building is, it's about how big your spirit, your faith is. That's the tower that's going to reach God, or whatever your God may be. But I like that because even to the music, the dance, the people, it's like your community, something about that, something about your faith is important. And even within this relationship, it's like the faith, the commitment, the music, those intertwinings of life, those things that we can have personal relationships with, but then also come together. It's like that's how you connect with these people that are important to you, with this relationship that's important to you, be it romantic, be it platonic, whatever it is. But I like that. The tent is dark. So I feel more of that, like you're still keeping your personal inner faith. You're still like keeping your connection to the divine, but you're still bringing it out, joining with other people. It's a beautiful transformation. The Four Wands has never looked more beautiful to me. I love that. I love that. Literally, I said the tower, but I was talking about, the one inside. That getting struck down reminds me of the Tower of Babel. Because I'm like, honestly, fair enough, y'all. Like, y'all were trying to reach God, and I think in the story, I could be wrong, but I feel like he told them not to do that, and they still did it. So, I mean, like, if they spoke to them, and they were able to speak directly to God, and he said, don't do that, and they still did it. Listen. I don't know what else. I don't know how to defend them. Either ways. The Bible is funny. It is very interesting. You can learn a lot if you read on your own and not have someone read for you. I can say that. But I enjoyed this. I hope this helps. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, all the beautiful things. And you know I'm always back. I'll always be back for the nighttime reading, so I hope you guys will be back as well. I'm gonna edit this and upload it, so you guys have fun on YouTube and all that. Did I say like, share, notification, subscribe? Yeah. Yeah. I guess that might be it. Making sure I don't see anything else. Normally don't. Yeah. That's about it. All right. Stay safe. Drink water. Stay healthy. Enjoy your community. And have fun. I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay. Bye, guys.